Greetings everyone, my name is Kevin Amboe. I'm our Professional Support Services Officer, and I'm here standing behind our building just off the trails in King George. I want to start by acknowledging this is the traditional unceded territories of the Kwantlen, Kakite, Katzie, and Semiahmoo nations who have been stewards of this land, and we as an association are striving to build towards reconciliation and growing our relationship with the land. Next, I want to give kudos to all of you for teaching and navigating a global pandemic. Since none of us have lived through this or taught in a global pandemic, we don't know ourselves, or those around us don't know how to respond. Under a regular teaching year, most of us would have a resilience between 5 and 10 to be able to cope with the changes and challenges throughout the year. As a result of the pandemic though, many of us, our resistance has been lowered by 5 points or more. That means in previous years we had greater capacity to cope with the changes and challenges of teaching. This year our capacity may be at 0 or even lower. So what happens when we're beyond our capacity? We do things that we wouldn't normally do. We say things we wouldn't usually say, and we think things we wouldn't usually think. So why am I sharing this? I want to ask you to give grace. Grace that's freely given, undeserved goodwill. So when a colleague does something, such as slam a door when leaving a room, give them grace. Give them the benefit and compassion that maybe they're beyond their resilience to cope with today, this week, or even this year. When a colleague says something that you don't appreciate, give them grace. Give them the benefit that this is not in their character. Something else today may have pushed them beyond their ability to cope. When we have negative thoughts towards a colleague, give grace. Give ourselves the grace to realize that we too may be too far beyond our capacity to respond in the best way. Think of positive reasons. When a principal asks to come in and visit your class, it may not be because you're doing something wrong. Give them grace. Maybe your colleague offers to help you plan a special event. Give them grace. It doesn't mean they don't think you can do it on your own. Finally, hang in there. Take care of yourselves. Recognize that we have lower resilience and may not be coping with our best. Make sure that we check in with ourselves to know how we're doing. If you don't have resilience, ask for help. Take care of others. If we have capacity, look for how we can support those around us. Recognize that those around us have lower than normal capacity. Plan to believe the best in people. Make sure that our first reaction is to give them grace, to believe the best about them in their words and their actions. We've made it this far together. Now, we have less than a month to go in this year, in this state of pandemic. Next year, we don't know quite what it holds yet, but it's looking up that it will be better. Look forward to the summer to rebuild your resilience and start off fresh. So to wrap up, we're all in this together. Everyone's resilience is probably lowered. Give grace freely to take care of yourself and to take care of others. Thank you for listening.